Hey everyone, so I'm wearing this hat again. Just excuse me, I can't be bothered to fix my hair. It looks terrible, so I'm just wearing this hat. Anyways, the thing that I wanted to talk about today, or I should say tonight, is this is going to be kind of a rant. I don't usually like to do these kinds of videos, but I mean, it's something I want to know if other people in other cities are facing a similar issue. But yeah, this is sort of the reason why I want to do this. Anyways, what I'm talking about is uh, the fact that there are so many used game stores that charge an arm and a leg for their games, and even though the value might be there, the games aren't selling and they're just sitting there on the shelf, and the prices aren't being reduced, and nobody's buying them. The stores continue to buy more for ridiculously low prices off of people that are trading these games in, and then they're putting them on the shelf for an obscene amount of money, and they just sit there and they sit there and they sit there and they sit there for months and for years, and nobody buys them. And it makes me wonder, wouldn't it be a smarter thing for a store to want to turn a profit? And sorry about that notification. But wouldn't it make more sense for a store to want to turn a profit and actually cycle through their merchandise instead of keeping the same stock for a significant amount of time? Like, it makes more sense for me to have a lower price, draw in more customers, and sell stuff more frequently than to have a higher price and sell stuff less frequently or more infrequently. But then again, this is just me talking. I don't have a business, so I don't know how it works exactly. I don't know what the best business model is for a situation like this. But it just makes very little sense for me to see a store with products that nobody ever buys. Either nobody ever buys, or they sit there for months and months and months until somebody does eventually buy that game or whatever. But the reason why this bothers me even more is that people are trading their stuff into these stores for, like, say, 20, $30 for a game that's worth $100 or more. The store is selling it, of course, for more than triple, sometimes even more than quadruple what they pay for it, and then it just sits there. Like, there are games that I actually want to play that most likely are games that I'm never going to get to play. Like, I want to play Illusion of Gaia. I want to play Secrets of Evermore. There's all these like classic Super Nintendo RPGs that I want to play. I want to play Chrono Trigger, and I can't play these games. Like, I want to play Earthbound. I want to have the real thing. I want to have the book as well. And I know I want these things. I don't need these things. And there are other options out there for me to actually get to play these things, like emulators or digital downloads. But I want to have the full experience, and I'm just not able to get that in the city of Toronto. Here in Toronto, the way it works is there's a couple of stores. The majority of them have, well, actually, there's just a couple stores that I've mentioned in a few other videos. Um, but the way it is there are a few used game stores that have mid-range games for decent prices, just about at their value. And then there are other stores that have mid-range games priced at double what they're worth, or even lower-end games that are priced 4 or 5 times over what they're worth. Like, I'm seeing $2 games for $10. I'm seeing like sports games for the NES for like $10 or $15, and I think that's just ridiculous to see sports games for that much. Even, like, say last year's I don't know, basketball, whatever, is worthless. Everybody just wants the next one and the next one and the next one, and they really think that, like, some stores, the people working there, the people that are doing the pricing, think that they can continue to price their games that high. Like, Okay, fine. There's a TurboGrafx game, and it's complete, but it's TV sports, and it's like TV football, baseball, like those sorts of things, and they want 15, $20 for them. No, no, nobody's gonna buy that, and you're keeping it in a random box in the back of the store, not even on display. None of the TurboGrafx games are on display. Like how? Like are you just expecting people to walk in and happen to ask about them? No, most of the people are just gonna look around the store, see that they can't find what they want, and walk out. They're thinking, oh, it's a small store. This must be it. I'm done. Or some stores that have absolutely nothing. They have like 20 games. They're all garbage games. They're all completely destroyed. Chipped sides, scratched to hell CDs, cases with no manuals, cases with no artwork, just the game disc inside, or like accessories that are full price. And I'm like, how are you selling these things? You're not selling these things. They're just sitting there. It's terrible, but once in a while, I'll find a deal. Like today, I got uh, Gargoyles for the Game Boy, and this game here, I paid with tax $11 for it, and that's pretty much what this game is worth. Now I've tried to play it, and it plays just fine, but it's a hard ass game to play. Um, I shouldn't really have a problem with this, but my point is that they had this for $10. It was like $10 plus tax, of course. It was one of the cheapest games they had. But what bothered me the most is they had Pokemon Blue for $25, something like that, and it was a fake. It was a great cartridge with an obviously fake sticker on it. It wasn't. It wasn't Pocket Monsters Blue. It wasn't the Japanese version. It wasn't European version. It was just a fake, and they were selling it for $25. And it's not like it was a passable fake, like it looked like it was the real thing. It was obviously fake, and they wanted $25 for it. Like this is just mind blowing. It's just terrible that I see stores that continue to buy games for next to nothing from people that don't know any better. And I try to make offers to people for games that I actually want to play and I want to own them, and I'm not going to give them up for years and years to come. I want these games, and I can't seem to find these deals because nobody realizes what they even have. It doesn't even register in their minds that these are video games. It's like they're like, yeah, they used to be video games, but now they're nothing. They're just boxes in a bigger box, and they go to trade in their shit. Like this one guy today wanted to trade in a stack of like insanely good condition, great Super Nintendo titles. He wanted to trade them all in for a PS4. He's like, yeah, I want a PS4. So they make him an offer of about $400 for the games, and he takes it. Now my issue is that he had a complete copy of Chrono Trigger, a complete copy of Illusions of Gaia. He had a complete copy of Secrets of Evermore. He had complete copies of amazing titles, and they offer him 400, like about $400. And I know for a fact that that store is gonna mark up those games. In total, it was about 20 games, just a couple less than that. But I know for a fact they're gonna mark up those games so high that the majority of them nobody's gonna buy. Like Illusion of Gaia, boxed is worth about 40 to $50. But I know that they're gonna have it for at least 60 or 70, maybe as high as 80 or 90, and that just destroys me inside because I know that I'm never gonna be able to buy those games. It seems like everybody in the city of Toronto just trades in their stuff, expecting to get whatever they can from it, and they don't want to take the effort to actually figure out what they have, try to sell it, and the people that do sell it individually are resellers that are looking to get insane amounts of money on these games. And I'm like, selling it secondhand off of a website like Craigslist, and you're expecting full retail for this, and it's not even in the best condition, and there's no box, there's no manual, it's just a cartridge, and you want full retail for the complete thing? You're crazy. With absolutely no options, this is why I've been forced to just buy Japanese games, because even ordering games off of eBay and getting them shipped all the way here to Toronto in Canada is cheaper than buying the North American version. And I don't care if I can't read Japanese, I just want to be able to play the games. And so far that's been my fallback. Buying Japanese games, trying to play them as much as I can with walkthroughs and other sort of videos that I've seen online. But it's a pretty hard thing to do. And does it really outweigh the fact that I'm getting something like Chrono Trigger for $10 for the Japanese version, or do I really want to spend hundreds of dollars for the complete North American version? Anyways, I've been rambling for too long. I'm closing in on 12 minutes. If you stayed all the way through this video, thank you very much for just listening to me blow off some steam. It's just, it's a terrible thing when you live in a place with lots of resellers, you live in a place with lots of stores, and you just can't find anything for a reasonable price. I'm not asking to get a $300 game for like $10 or something. Like, I see people on YouTube getting ridiculous games for pennies on the dollar. All I'm asking for is to be able to get a game that's even $100, to be able to get it for like $50. I'd be happy with even that, but I can't even get that opportunity. So this is what I'm left with, just getting whatever scraps I can find, like gargoyles. And that's about it. Anyways, yeah, I passed 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes now. I'll just leave it off here. See ya.